Hello there guys, it's Niran here and welcome to FIFA 14 Aston Villa Karimo. This is episode 17 and first off I hope you had an awesome Christmas. This is a few days after, this is the 27th I think I uploaded this. I commentated it anyway, but nevertheless I hope you had an awesome Christmas. I had a pretty cool Christmas as well. It was really good spending time with the family. Nevertheless, it is time for some cream and I apologise because I think it's been like a week since I last did this, probably over a week to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. But it's been Christmas, it's been quite hard to record and get gameplay and all that, so I apologise for that, but I think it's pretty much understandable. Just in the background here, going through some Bundesliga players that my scouts have brought back there. David Alaba, I don't know how they expect me to sign him. Nevertheless, last episode I didn't forget to put the table in, but I just didn't, because it would have been the longest episode of Career Mode ever. This was the table going into today's episode, with Liverpool top. They played 2 games more than us. We were top of the table, of course, but they now lead us by 4 points, even on 53. We're down on 49. Chelsea are on 46 along with Spurs, and Manchester United on 45 in 5th. Now, that's shaded in a different colour. I don't know whether that means they're going to get into the Europa League. I don't actually know whether that's the only Europa League spot on FIFA. I'm hoping it's not. Surely there's 2 more. Anyway, down in the relegation zone, we've got Sunderland, Norwich and Cardiff City. Now that reminds me of last episode where, of course, we played Chelsea and Sunderland there, who are down in the relegation zone. Chelsea, disappointing. We played them in the Capital One Cup second leg, even, of the semi-final. And we lost on away goals, which was horrendous, to be honest. We played so well. It was disappointing to lose to such a great team like that, on away goals. We played so well, and then of course we drew to Sunderland, having squandered a 2-goal lead. Nevertheless, just sorting out here some international management offers, getting rid of the Chile and Slovenia ones, but just sort of stalling the Hungary one for now. Again, Slovenia, I actually can't think of any Slovenian players at all. Just correct me if I'm wrong, there are probably some really obvious ones. I can only ever think of Slovakian ones. But anyway, moving now on to the first game of the episode, which is against the Bogey team. West Ham in the Premier League, the 23rd game of the season, and fatigue was high. Stamina was low, fatigue was high. Weimann coming into the team. Zila there getting another game with Lowton, Okore, Vlaar and Clark there at left back. That pretty much sums up how desperate I was for new defenders. Klein's fatigue was horrendous. It was horrific. So I had to take him out of the team, but he would return in the second game of the episode. Nevertheless, staying on to the first one here, and we are of course at Villa Park. The last time we played at West Ham, it was pretty dire, to be honest. It was pretty diabolical, much like the first half an hour of this game, where Christian Benteke turns on the 37th minute. That was the first chance. That was the first chance, and one of 2 chances in the first half. West Ham setting through Andy Carroll, the very OP man on this game. Zila coming out strangely there. He puts the cross in for Downing, and a good block there from my maintenance left back, if you will. Someone who won't play there very often, Kieran Clark, to save us there from going down just at the end of the half. But Benteke there with the header and agonisingly hitting the post after a great crossing, I think, from Brewer in the end. With James Collins dithering on the ball a few minutes later, and Benteke was set through again. He has the shot, but a great save from Adrian, who I think was in goal for West Ham there. And then from the resulting throw-in after that good save, Backley there turning and producing another good save to force the corner out of Adrian. And we were on top at this point there. Benteke with another strike, well held though by the West Ham goalkeeper. But after that spell of pressure, it was West Ham's turn to go forward, and a bad touch there from Ravel Morrison really saving us. He would then get the last chance of the game as well, with the volley just going over the bar. And what a game. And I say that in the most sarcastic way possible, as we were denied the chance of a great counter-attack there from the referee, blowing for full time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I even had to broadcast that, because that was a horrendous game. As you can see, the ratings, though, very good. Okore and Vlaar doing a great job in defence, which pretty much summed up the game. Zila getting a 6.9 as well and doing well there, with Van Ginkel getting a good rating. Lowton as well, who was substituted due to fatigue problems. They're getting a good rating as well on the bench there with a 7.5. Along with Delph getting a pretty good one here. But now, the squad report just between the 2 games. Lowton now at 2, Okore at 3. Really proud. Well, proud is probably the wrong word, but pretty happy with the growth of the player so far. Van Ginkel there at 177, Delph up 2 to 74, Bruma at 176, Backley up to 76, the same stat, but he's gone up 3 since joining from PSV Eindhoven in the summer. Albrighton up 2 despite not playing many games, Clark up 1, Silla up 2 as well, Weimann up 1 now to 75, Gardner up 3 to 71, Westwood up to 73, Tonev up 1, and Karuga's not making any growth, which is a bit disappointing because he was out on loan for the first part of the season as well. Would have expected him to get a lot of games out of MK Dons, which is where he was. Max Meyer as well, interestingly, has gone up a stat since joining just only in January. There's only been a month since then, and he's gone up in that month. Mason Bennett there as well a moment ago. He's gone up 3. Baker up 2 there, the man who wants to leave, unfortunately, after last episode. Benteke up 3 as well now to 82, the main man there. Given down 3, unfortunately. He probably won't play a huge amount more games this season due to Zila coming in. He'll probably play a lot of cup games as well, but still not a huge amount. And Daniel Johnson there, the last of the players on the squad report, up 3. But now moving on to the Sunderland game, the second game of the episode, of course, we drew 3-3 in the reverse fixture of this one. This is, of course, a replay of the FA Cup. Now, just quickly, one thing I have to say. If you're wondering why I don't have Clement Grenier from last episode, because I signed him on a free transfer or a free contract agreement, he's not allowed to sign until the next summer. That's why he's not here. He's playing out the rest of his contract at Lyon. Just wanted to stress that, just in case I hadn't said anything. But just moving on to this one, again, fatigue was a problem. Gary Gardner having to come into the squad to replace Van Ginkel, who had nothing in terms of stamina at all. Really makeshift bench as well there in terms of Donathian. The centre-back Max Meyer having to come in as well. I think Delfonso was there and Samir Karula, so a really makeshift bench. But down the left-hand side, this would be a problem through the game, a bit of a recurring problem. Riyad Boudebouz with the cross in towards Altidore. A bit of a warning there from Sunderland down that left-hand side with, of course, the strong man that is Altidore in the centre. But from that, Nathaniel Klein picking up the ball, giving it to Benteke. Then Nzogbia and Garner there with some slick passing. He feeds it through inside the full-back there for Bruma, who cuts back past Colback, in fact it is, and hits the post again for the second time this episode. You think it's all over, it comes out to Nzogbia, and wow, just wow, 1-0, 9th minute, what a goal. What a goal, the incredible OP finesse that is Charles Nzogbia there, with an absolutely awesome goal from distance, past Kieran Westwood. Nothing he could do about it at all, nothing the defenders could do, right into that bottom left corner, and that gave us a 1-0 lead. Very happy with that indeed. But just 3 minutes later there, a good bit of play, and Colback with the strike, forcing a good save from Zila. It might have been via Boudebouz actually, and then moments later, Altidore set through, and Zila just thinking the correct course of action was just to completely take him out. I can't really complain, he did a pretty good job of that there. But Nzogbia, I think, finding Benteke, and how? Hitting the woodwork again. How Benteke hasn't got a goal this episode is beyond me, but Bonglahor even played, I made a hash of that name. Nevertheless, there, a good save forced there from Kieran Westwood after Bonglahor's original save. Gary Gardner, though, picks the ball up, gives it to Bonglahor. Benteke gets it back and cuts inside, and the ball just passing past the post, agonisingly close. We were massively on top in this one, and edging towards half-time. Benteke with the chip hits the bar, and Bruma is there to just stuff it home, stuff it into the back of the net. 2-0, they all count, not a bit of an ugly goal to be honest, but it's a goal nonetheless. Bruma proving to be a poacher. That's literally, I think every goal he's scored has been like that this season, where it's just been either parried out, it's hit the woodwork, bounced down, and he's just been there for an easy finish. Moving though into the second half, only 3 minutes into the second half, and Benteke forcing a great save again there from Kieran Westwood. It would then be cleared by Catamol, but Bruma there set away in the 73rd minute, and again a great save, and just don't ask me. Just don't ask me how Benteke didn't score that. Hitting the post again. For the 4th time in the episode, we hit the post, but moving down, Giaccherini, ball in, Sessegnon. And literally, same minute as last time, same goal scorer. I didn't even know what to think, because I knew at this point possibly scripting would happen again, but I decided no, not this time. Benteke with the header, Klein cross, Benteke header, great goal in the 90th minute. I was seriously afraid after Giaccherini somehow held off Kieran Clark for all that time, putting a great ball in the end for Sessegnon. Zila couldn't do much about it, but that goal, again, a great header from Benteke, and finally getting a goal this episode. But that wasn't all. Bonglahor set through there by Bruma just a few moments later in the injury time, but he wasn't able to make it full, and that was it. We finally, with the scoreline that should have been after the first leg, a 3-1 win. Very happy with that indeed, managing to hold on to the lead just about this time. But Zila, they're getting a great rating there, 7.6, along with Nathaniel Klein, Fabian Delph and Gary Gardner. Nathan Baker getting a good rating, as well as Benteke, Bonglahor and Bruma. In fact, everyone played well. But Nzogbia getting a man of the match award there with his 8.6 rating. No surprise after that goal, to be honest. A fantastic effort from the Frenchman. But nevertheless, now moving back to the international job offers. This time I'm rejecting Hungary. I've had a think about it and I've decided no. Not this time, not Hungary. They've got Balázs de Zsuzsák and Nemeth, and that's about it. but they're just stalling the Peru offer, which I actually got a moment ago there. Again, I can only think of a few players from Peru. Farfan and Pizarro come to mind, but nevertheless, this is the table after this episode, after literally only one game this episode in the league. Aston Villa, of course, playing with Sunderland. I don't know why I said that in third person, but that was it. There weren't actually any other games involving any other teams, so we do gain one more point and close the lead that Liverpool have down to 3 points. So we now move on to 50. So only a 3-point gap to the leaders. But to be honest, winning the league wasn't the objective. It would be lovely to do that, but I don't think it'll happen. Man U there in third, Chelsea fourth, Spurs fifth, Manchester City sixth, and Newcastle seventh. Of course, nothing's changed down the bottom end of the table. Either Sunderland there still down in 18th, with Norwich 19th and Cardiff in 20th. But I'm hoping you've enjoyed this episode. Like and subscribe if you did. Comment about enjoying it if you enjoyed it that much. Had a weird influx of subscribers recently, actually, so if you're watching this and you've only just subscribed, I hope you really enjoyed this episode, and there will be more career mode to come in the future. So, have a good day, enjoy yourselves, I hope you had a great Christmas, and goodbye.